Yes, indeedy. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back, world. This is the Shadow Nation, America's place for strange. Coming at you live from the Creative Zombie Studios. We are your host, Ghostman and Demon Hunter. Nathan?
Hello, sir. I have a lovely bunch of coconuts.
A lovely bunch of... You are a coconut. Special thanks to our homes, all our sponsors. Stitcher, Smart Radio, Spreaker, the world's listening. How about you? Spreaker.com. Check them out. Planet Paranormal and Attentive Home Healthcare. AttentiveHHC.com. And the SWL Project Give, Share, Everybody Needs. Nathan? The SWLProject.org. Our good friends at Creative Zombie Studios. Remember, be creative. Be a zombie. You might have to.
Be a studio.
Yeah. No. Just be creative. Be creative and be a zombie something or other, right? I don't know. Somebody was commenting on our page this week about the creative zombie. The zombie apocalypse is coming. And they said, well, at least fans of the Shadow Nation will be prepared. I'm proud of that.
That's right. We have prepared the fans of the Shadow Nation for the zombie apocalypse for 10 years now. We have been predicting it, and now you are ready.
Yeah.
The most important thing to remember is when those non-Shadow Nation people come knocking at your door
during the zombie apocalypse, yeah.
During the zombie apocalypse, do not let them in. They are just going to weigh you down.
This is not Noah's Ark,
people. Under like a bag of rocks. If they have not prepared by listening to the Shadow Nation, keep them out.
That's right.
Keep them out.
That's what they get for not helping with our ratings. You die. You die.
You die now.
I don't know. Hey, exciting news, guys. As you know, on this show, we cover the best in horror, the biggest and latest, greatest stars that are in your favorite horror flicks and television horror genre movies, like Walking Dead and stuff. But moments before the show, Nathan, we got a text. I want to talk about that tonight because
please.
It's from one of the superstars that they just released some information from iHorror.com. And I kind of wanted to talk to you about that and tell you what the text was, the response.
Oh, please. That's one of the nice things about being in this field. When we hear stuff, we actually have the contacts to go and ask about it.
Yeah, you text them, they're like, Jesus, these guys again.
Of course, last time I texted Dan Aykroyd, he text back and said, stop texting me or I'm getting a restraining order.
Yeah, he did not. You fibber. Anyway.
After the 50th, 60th time.
Nathan, before we waste any more time on the fun stuff, tonight's guest. Yeah, tonight's guest is an amazing actress and director who, since her early start in theater, has won numerous awards for both her work in film and on the stage. She has been described by film critics as an enormously talented, smart, sassy, and sexy actress who excels at finding the emotional vulnerability in any role she portrays. Known for such works as Tales of Halloween, The Woman, Nine Lives of Mara, and of course for her most recent role as Jadis on the AMC smash hit The Walking Dead. Tonight, the Scream Queen, Miss Pollyanna McIntosh, in studio right here with your bad boys in the shadows. Ghostman and Demon Hunter on the Shadow Nation.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So I can't wait. We got another extremely awesome, the newest cast member of our favorite show that we love, The Walking Dead, yeah?
Yes. I would like to point out, Sean, that I just drank a cup of cappuccino. I'm currently drinking Voodoo Ranger IPA from New Belgium and eating blue raspberry peeps. So by the time Pollyanna gets on the show, I'm probably going to have a heart rate of about 200 and not be able to control myself.
Well,
so.
We're going to have to get you on something other than the blue raspberry peeps. I don't know.
Oh, but the blue raspberry peeps are so good.
They are the best, aren't they?
You get like 10 chicks for $1. You know, it's
any Nathan peeps are from heaven. I love peeps.
But these blue raspberry peeps, Sean, it's like no peep I've ever had. They're fabuloso. Wow. I can't stop eating them.
I'll have to try. Before you turn 500 pounds, I'll have to try. Anyway, iHorror.com came out this week, Nathan. That's right. The Conjuring 2's Nun spinoff coming summer 2018.
Really?
You might know in the past, our good friend of the show, Bonnie Aarons, the actress who played the nun in Conjuring 2, had come on this show, and she had very little to say about it. I should have the clip queued up, but I don't, because I'm a terrible host. But it says, compared to the 1980s and 90s, there just aren't enough long-running horror franchises anymore, Nathan. Yeah, back then fans
I believe you.
Yeah, it's true. Back then fans could count on a new Jason, Freddy, or Michael entry every year almost. Sometimes even getting all three of them in the same year. Thankfully, the horror franchise tradition isn't entirely dead. Thanks to the series The Conjuring, directed by modern horror master James Wan. The original 2013 Conjuring was a full box office smash. In the few short years since, The Conjuring's success has led to a spin-off movie based on the demon-possessed Annabelle doll in 2014, and of course the sequel, The Conjuring 2, in 2016. This summer we'll also
read that part again.
Which part?
The part where it puts out the timeline of when they were done.
Yeah. Spin-off movie based on the demon-possessed Annabelle doll in 2014, and the proper sequel, The Conjuring, in 2016.
Okay. I get what they're saying now.
All right. This summer we'll also see the arrival of Annabelle 2. I can't wait to see that one. Anyway, horror lovers shouldn't expect this pattern to end anytime soon, as Warner Brothers has just granted the release date of July 13th, 2018 to The Nun, a spinoff of the memorable supporting monster from The Conjuring 2. Of course, the demon nun Valak, and our good friend, because we like to keep lots of demons as friends around here.
Well, that's why they call me the Demon Hunter. I go out and find them.
That's right. And we found Bonnie, and she was a hoot. She came on, and I texted her just minutes before the show. And the question Nathan and I posed to her was, Bonnie, it's Sean and Nate from Your Shadow Nation, your favorite horror genre radio show. And I did put iHorror.com released a statement saying summer 2018, The Nun 2 is coming. It's been confirmed. Can you comment? ? LOL. Because they're always so forthcoming with us on this show.
Oh, yes. They never lie to us and tell us that they know nothing about it.
Her response, ladies and gentlemen, and I definitely hope you buttholes aren't tuning in tonight, because this is going to eat you up, because we're giving it to you first right here. This is from the demon nun Valak, the actress. You know how important this is, Nathan, this response?
Tell me. I need to know.
The fate of the world itself in the horror community hangs on this, and I'm going to tell you right now. Bonnie says, and I quote, I know as much as you do. I have not been contacted. There you go. That will change everything. That's a game changer, guys. That's straight from Bonnie Aarons. We love you, sis. We love you, Bonnie.
I certainly hope they are going to go with Bonnie for the demon nun, and that, as she said, she was never there for the filming and stuff like that. They put her in later, which is fine. I get that. That's how Hollywood works, folks. If you thought that everything worked in like a certain timeline, it doesn't. But
doesn't.
But doesn't. It doesn't.
Doesn't.
But is that not a word? Am I using that incorrectly?
No. I was being shocked. I was like, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yes. Nothing about it.
I never know. Sometimes my accent gets the better of me. But sometimes they film out of order, and it's the last minute thing. She even was brought in last minute for the last filming, if you remember. So my question is, are they going to bring her in, or are they going to do something terribly horrible and CGI in the nun? I certainly hope they're going to use a real person.
Well, if they don't bring in Bonnie, I will not see the movie. I'll tell you that right now. Because Bonnie is that nun, and I'm telling you right now, Hollywood, if you're listening in, MGM, whoever the heck's producing this one with James Wan, if you don't cast Bonnie, Nathan and I will campaign against you. Right, Nate?
Yep. There are only two ways I'm going to see that movie, and that's one, if Bonnie is in it, or two, if you send me 500 packages of these blue raspberry beeps. That's
boy, you brought
those are the only two ways I'm going.
I think
these are fabulous peeps. I love these peeps.
You're eating them right now on the air.
On the air.
That's good. Show them your foul side. I like it. Do it, Nathan. Anyway, there was something very important I posted this week on our page. Did you see this?
I did not.
Okay, since we don't get paid, guys, for radio. Not yet. Well, first off, we should say, Nate, this has been a big week for us in the Shadow Nation.
This has been a huge week. First of all, happy 10th anniversary.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. 10 years, Nathan. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations to me. Go ahead. Tell me congratulations.
Oh, well, you were there for part of it, I guess.
I was there, guys.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I was there the whole time with Nathan. We've been bringing you the best in the biz for 10 years. And this is it. We can't talk about our anniversary no more. This is it. I know we've been talking a lot leading up to it, but this is...
Now we just get to say 10... Now we get to say more than 10 years.
Yeah.
For more than a decade.
For more than a decade. The Shadow Nation... No, but I posted a story this week, switching gears, but we're going to get to that in a minute. Creative Zombie Studios, guys. CreativeZombie.com. We are now in cahoots with Brad Shoemaker, producer, and all the good people out there to be on the rise. Everybody knows, has been following us. We've been doing this for a long time. We got a new website, ShadowNation.com. You guys can be there right now, probably are, and you can listen live. It has a player there and everything. You can listen to us on Spreaker, but we got a lot of new things going on, right, Nate?
We've got we're returning to Indianapolis Comic-Con this year.
We are returning, actually. We will be there. We're doing a panel for 2 nights.
We're doing 2, two panels.
Yeah, we're doing a Friday night and a Saturday night, so that's going to be entertaining. And
we're going to have to make them pretty distinctly different because when people come to see us, they come back. So we got to provide people with a different show.
Well, possibly, and you might get a little bit of the same show both nights. So you can suck it. We don't get paid for it, so
yeah.
No, but anyway, guys, it's going to be a good show. Don't miss that. I'll have more information as it gets closer to Nathan and I appearing there. But there was a great story that I shared on our Facebook page and Twitter this week. It comes out of Iceland, Nathan.
Please tell me more.
Well, it's got a smoke.
You remember, I like Iceland. We had my friend on who runs the Scandinavian village in the Ren Fairs.
Yes, but I don't believe he speaks Icelandic.
Oh, yes, he does. Yes,
does he? I didn't hear it.
Yes.
He should have hit us with some.
He should have, and I didn't think to ask him. He speaks Icelandic the way that like I speak German. He knows enough of it to get by.
Farfanugel. Anyway, this
Scandinavian.
That's all I know. Farfanugel. That's Scandinavian, right?
Farfanugel? No, Farfanugan is German.
Oh, is it? Well, I say it's Scandinavian. That's how I use to pick up Scandinavian chicks. Anyway, because of the lack of males in Iceland, Iceland gives $5,000 per month for immigrant who marries Icelandic woman.
Now, do they have gay marriage over there? Because that would really ruin that plan.
No, you have to. It specifically
this is
says,
for breeding purposes, correct?
I believe so. Or apparently, I don't know what the women look like there, but in the picture. But as we know about advertisement, it's not always as it seems. But
yeah, I never go into that burger place that we're not allowed to say the name of the exact place, the McBurger place, and get a burger that looks just like the one that I saw on TV.
I'm confused. There could be so many different burger places.
I know.
I don't know. But anyway, Nathan and
it's the Peeps, man. The Peeps are really. I'm starting to run on them.
They're starting to run. They're your motor. They're your engine. Go with it. But Nathan and I want to bring you guys the best, right? We wanted to cover this accurately. So this week.
Oh. Is she here?
This week, yeah. We reached out to a true blue Icelandic woman, and we flew her in this week. Yeah, her name's Olga. Yeah.
She actually came?
She came to the studio. She's very excited. She's never been to the United States before and never been in a professional broadcasting studio before. So we wanted to ask her how much truth was in this. So Nathan has some questions prepared, and I do too. I'm very excited about this interview, Nathan.
She's in the studio?
Yeah, Olga, come on in, sit down. That's a chair. Come on, sit down right there. It's very comfortable. And, you can keep your clothes on and everything. But she is here. Olga, how are you doing tonight, dear?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu.
Well, she's doing pretty good, Nathan, I think.
I think you gotta work with her mic there, Sean.
Yeah, I know. That's what, dear. Could you get closer to the mic?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, she's close to the mic right now. Now, okay. Olga, about this $5,000 for Icelandic women, right? No. Hold on. You get $5,000 to refugees, right? Would I be considered a refugee if I came in from America? Just say I wanted to get away.
Is it refugees?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur
no, it says
leggur
refugees.
metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu fyrir fyrirtæki, sveitafélög, stofnanir.
What do you think about that, Nate?
She sounds like she's very. Does she work for the Scandinavian government? Because it's like she has the same answer for everything.
It's similar. I don't speak Icelandic, so I don't know, but it sounds really interesting.
All right, Scandinavia. Let's see. What are the requirements for the type of men you are looking for?
Olga?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu fyrir fyrirtæki, sveitafélög, stofnanir, jafnt sem einst.
Yeah?
I Okay, Olga. Okay,
Tight
I think
package.
I think you're just running us around in circles here, but I agree. But besides the $5,000 a month, would there happen to be a beer allowance just in case the woman they hook you up with doesn't look as pretty and you might need beer goggles to get the job done?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu
Olga,
fyrir fyrirtæki, sveitafélög.
Is that like Budweiser, or is there Norwegian beer, or
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita.
What do you guys wear out there? You know, do you like in my dreams in the some of the movies? It's usually topless, right? With
fur panties, kind of thing.
Fur panties, fur boots, and.
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu.
It sounds familiar, but it's Icelandic, so.
Yeah, so it's tough to tell.
Well,
now I realize this is to increase the population, but is there any? Is that like the only reason you want guys out there? Is sex allowed that may not be breeding sex, like some fun sex allowed to go on between these? And can one guy be with more than one woman, or is it strictly marriage?
Multiple questions. She might not get it
there. Þeim flóknu lögmannsstörfum sem nútíma þjóðfélag krefst.
That's what I figured.
Yeah. I had to cut her off because she's just a chatty Cathy. Anyway, Olga, what's the deal on the refrigerator situation? Because, you know, here in the United States, a big draw for dating is, of course, a woman holds a full-time job, right? And full fridge and cable television. What do you think about that? Do they have cable out there? I don't know.
So they're satellite, Olga, I get it.
Stofnanir jafnt sem einstaklinga.
No. I'm not stopping. I'm just asking.
Sérfræðingar á flestum sviðum lögfræðinnar.
She's very upset, Nathan.
I'm sorry I upset her. I'm sorry. Olga, we're glad you came to America.
Yeah.
Sem nútíma þjóðfélag krefst.
Naughty, I know. Our questions are naughty, and I'm sorry, but enjoy your time here in America. I mean, have you seen any of the sites while you were here?
Fyrir fyrirtæki, sveitafélög, stofnanir
jafnt sem
einstaklinga.
Yeah, she went to the zoo. She went to the zoo.
All right, well, thank you, Olga.
Thank you, Olga.
Og lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur mjög vel í stakk búin til að sinna af kostkæfni þeim flóknu lögmannsstörfum sem nútíma þjóðfélag.
I think she did. She hasn't even seen me.
I had to cut her mic off. All right, guys. Olga from Iceland, she definitely says $5,000 if you are a refugee in the Icelandic.
You can't just be an immigrant,
no.
Huh? Okay.
No, if you go to the Icelandic area and you're in that area and you're a refugee, collect your $5,000 in your big-breasted Icelandic women. All right. Thanks, Olga. She's out of here. Anyway, I understood the whole of that conversation. That's what I got to say. That was good.
Oh, did she throw something at you, man?
I think she did. Oh, my God. It wouldn't happen to be a peep, would it?
No, they don't make that noise. Trust me.
That's a cast iron peep, man. I'll tell you what. That's a big one. No, but anyway, Nathan, what do you say we go to, I don't know. What do you say we go to In the News?
In the News?
Yeah. It's always strange. It's fresh, it's exciting, and it's straight from the Shadow Nation vaults. And it starts right
now.
That's it, guys. It starts right now, right this second.
That's right, folks. And remember, it's G&D in the News. That means it's weird news that we take out of the newspapers because we like the titles. We haven't read it. So every time we make a mistake, you take a drink. That's why we call it the G&D drinking game. Yeah. Of course, if you're driving while listening to the G&D show, please don't play the G&D drinking game. And if you're planning on doing anything important this evening, please listen responsibly.
Please do. Anyway, Nathan, I seen a thing. It's actually not on the news paper, or it wasn't in anything kind of magazine or anything. I came across it on the news.
You really?
Fox 5 gave us the story. Ghost Man was what was in the title. That's what caught my
see, that's why we pick them out of the titles. Go ahead.
Ghost Man photobombs teen selfie. Have you heard about this?
I have not. What were you doing photobombing teen selfies, and why are you following teens around, John?
Well, usually I don't get caught, but you know what I'm saying. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. I don't follow teens around.
And get caught.
Usually. I don't. A 13-year-old selfie appears to have caught more than just her face, Nathan. Yeah.
13 years ago? Could you gotten away with it then? Maybe. Okay.
Maybe. Sounds like our past guest here, last name Jessica Ogletree, posted a picture taken by her 13-year-old daughter to Facebook that had a little something extra looming in the background. No, we're not talking about her brother in the green shirt. Look a little closer. at the shadowy figure. Did your eyes widen? Because ours sure did. And of course, guys, you can go to our Facebook after the show or now. Just don't turn us off, and you can look at this picture because it is up there. It says the teen and her brother were reportedly fishing with their grandparents in Tifton, Georgia, when something otherworldly decided to tag along. It says, notice my son Colton in the background, and then notice the gentleman standing to his right. Jessica posted on Facebook, there's just one problem with the man in the background. According to Jessica, he doesn't exist. Yeah. Y'all? That's Georgia.
Does he have a beard? And is he a husky man?
No, he's not. Y'all, this gentleman was not, she said y'all. She wrote it in.
Y'all,
this gentleman was not with them today, and there was no one else at these back ponds where they were fishing. The only people
they know of.
That's what they said. No, you got to see this picture. Only people there today were Haley Colton and their grandparents. Anyway, according to her mom, Haley was going back through the pictures she had taken during the day and noticed, dare we say, it was a ghost man. Yeah, and you really got to see the picture because it definitely is a transparent black gentleman, and he looks like he's wearing an old fisherman's cap and stuff like that. But I'm thinking tomfoolery here. I'm thinking Photoshop. There's a lot of apps out there, but it looks like, let me blow it up here. It's a black gentleman with a black ball cap on and a black jacket. Yeah. So you guys got to check that out. That was, I love it. But I was not there. I'm not the ghost man. I don't follow young teen girls to fishing ponds, so.
That you get caught.
Yeah, I don't do it.
Okay, Sean. Well, people are pretty much convinced that this Confederate gun came from a time traveler.
Ooh, Confederate gun.
It's from the Huffington Post. The Baltimore Police Department shared a Facebook post on Thursday.
Okay.
That, for the most part, was pretty run-of-the-mill police fodder.
All right.
It stated police had pulled over a man and discovered a loaded handgun, along with some drugs inside the car. Since the man's criminal record prohibited him from owning a gun, the cops confiscated it. The only thing is, it's a little out of the ordinary.
Why is that?
The gun is a Civil War era Derringer.
Ooh.
The weapon's old-timey appearance was lost on social media. Was not lost on social media. Okay. Have another drink, folks. This is the first gun you have access to in Grand Theft Auto Gettysburg. One of the top comments on the photo reads, tens of thousands followed, many of them of the same vein. You can read these posts if you want to by going to the Huffington Post and clicking on it. But the police could not be reached for a comment by the Huffington Post for more details on the gun. However, they would like to report the investigation into the President Lincoln's assassination is ongoing.
Right.
So it's
yeah.
There you go, folks. It's a time traveler's Derringer that was picked up in Baltimore. You know, maybe there's still a few people trying to escape for the assassination of a president.
No, so. Maybe so. Nathan, did you hear this week CNN broke new information about the presidents and this whole Russian scandal? Apparently, he used Russian dressing during the election process, and there's possible investigation going out to that.
Well, at least it wasn't French dressing, Sean.
Well,
at least it wasn't French dressing, and he just gave up.
Damn Ruski dressings, I tell you. Hey, Nathan, I got another one. You know how we love zombies on this show.
Oh, yeah, love them.
Because zombie apocalypse is a very real deal that's going to embrace the darkness, people. It's coming. But
it is. We warned you.
Yeah, we always try to warn you people. But this comes out of my neck of the woods here, Nathan. Report of zombie outbreak in Indiana. Yeah.
Hey, I'm heading out there in about a month. Am I going to be in trouble?
It says I think you'll be okay. Report of zombie outbreak in Indiana County traced to computer breach.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go, guys. Channel 13, thanks, WGHR.com, and your staff for all your coolness. Anyway, Winchester, Indiana. Rest easy, Nathan. There are no zombies in Indiana. I beg to differ.
I beg to differ, Sean. I've been there.
I know. Several of them. Anyway, radio listeners in Randolph County may have thought differently, however, when WZZY-FM reportedly played emergency bulletins about a disease outbreak that included disease bodies and zombies. The Randolph County Homeland Security, I applaud you guys fraternally as our brothers in broadcasting. That's a great War of the Worlds type approach there. The Randolph County Homeland Security and Emergency Management Office was notified of this broadcast shortly after noon Wednesday. After confirming with Indiana Department of Homeland Security that the event was not a training exercise, the investigation continued. Yeah, they went all the way to the top here. The county officials, Nate, finally learned that WZZY had fallen victim to a breach of firewall in the station's computer system.
A breach of the firewall?
A breach of a firewall in the station's computer system. At the station's broadcasting system was hacked. WZZY and several of its sister stations, which also experienced the hack, were taken off the air until the hack could be controlled. Oh, them darn kids.
I tell you. You know why somebody fell asleep at the switch there, Sean?
Why is that?
Because they did not have blue raspberry peeps.
Oh,
that would have kept them up and going, I tell you.
Yeah.
It's a very good thing to have blue raspberry peeps.
It is very good. It's very good. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, that's what... It's not even Easter yet. What are you thinking to do? That's what I got for the news tonight, Nathan.
Well, I would just like to point out there, folks, that... apparently, turkeys have taken up satanic rituals.
Turkeys, okay.
Turkeys.
I'll bite.
Creepy and weird videos were taken of turkeys circling a dead cat, and it baffles wildlife experts.
Jesus.
In Boston, Sean, from the UPI, a Boston man video of turkeys circling a dead cat, and what some joke was a satanic ritual has wildlife experts baffled. Twitter wrote, a Twitter reporter wrote it. The
tweeters.
The tweeters wrote on the site on Thursday morning, a cat was killed in the middle of the street. A group of 30 wild turkeys were circling it. Not to kill it, but like a ritual. Right. LOL. Okay. He
Very
tweeted
serious.
that a short while later with the video of the bizarre spectacle. The turkeys trying to give the cat a 10th life, he joked, raising him from the dead. So turkeys now, Sean. You have to worry about turkeys in the satanic cults now.
I see you're posting pictures of your Peeps blue raspberries on the show.
They are really great, Sean.
Join us tonight at 7 p.m. And
for more Peeps.
Our blueberry Peeps. No, I'm jealous. I have no Peeps.
You should get blueberry Peeps. If you see the blue raspberry Peeps, Sean, pick them up. I've got a mouthful of them right now, and I feel great.
That's great.
Of course, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to totally crash.
Your
right?
microphone's going to be melting in your mouth. Yeah. Uh-oh. You hear that sound, Nathan?
I do.
It's that time again, guys, for the show. To talk about the show we know and love with Rot Talk.
Rot Talk, Rot Talk.
Rot Talk, Rot Talk. This is a segment of the show Nathan and I came up with where we talk about last week and we tell what we think is going to happen this week on the show we know we love, The Walking Dead. Nathan?
Yes.
Yeah.
I loved last week's episode.
Did you really like last week's episode?
I did. That was probably the best episode I've seen in a long time. I really... That's about the closest we're going to get to a backstory on the mullet. So,
are we on the back 3 now? We've had 3 episodes, right? There's 6 per season.
Have we had 3? Yeah, I guess we've had 3. So 3 more.
3 or 4 more.
It was similar to what I said was going to happen. I was really expecting it to be a Daryl-based episode.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of glad it wasn't. I'm really glad that it was a...
I'm glad that you're glad.
I'm glad that I'm glad, too. Yeah. I mean, it... I
want to see you be glad.
Give me a few more Peeps. You'll see me really glad.
Zombie Peeps.
They need to come out with zombie. I already have a zombie chocolate bar. But...
Do you really?
I do. It's... So...
Walking Dead.
Walking Dead. Sorry, the Peeps are getting the better of me.
I know.
No, I was just... I was clicking on some stuff for The Walking Dead here, and I just wanted to say I really felt that last week was a return to some of the older episodes that we've seen that were very character-based, and you got to learn about the characters.
I think so. And I'm starting to really like Dwight. Negan's right-hand man.
I like Dwight, and I don't like Dwight at the same time.
I don't trust him.
he's definitely an anti-hero.
Yeah.
He's Negan. One of the problems they've had with Negan is he's supposed to be the big bad this season.
Right.
Everybody's supposed to be scared to death of him.
Yeah.
And part of the problem was he shows up, he pounds our hero Rick into the ground every week mentally, and we're supposed to be disappointed in Rick, but instead we're just happy with Negan.
Right. I noticed a lot of chicks dig Negan, man.
Yeah, man.
My wife, she's like, "Oh, I love Negan." I was like, "Well, would you love it if he bashed your head in? Because that's the kind of guy he is."
Oh, he doesn't bash women's heads in, man. Remember, he doesn't like killing women.
Only if they don't have sex with him. I mean, if they have sex with him and marry him. If they don't, he just lets you get eaten by zombies and stuff. Yeah. But anyway, this week, Nathan, I think is going to happen. We're going to see a lot more Negan. I think what's going on with Eugene, man, superhero guy. He grew a set of kahunas, man. He came out swinging, and they left us off last week. Do you think those girls tattled on him and said, because he refused to give them the drugs, you think they went to Negan?
Honestly, the way I saw last week is I didn't see Eugene as a superhero last week. I did not see him as that. I saw Eugene returning to the exact same person he was when we saw the flashback of him at the beginning of the apocalypse.
He's a survivor.
He's a survivor, and he was going to go out, and they said, they said, "Are you a smarty pants?" He said, "Yeah, I'm a smarty pants. I read the books and I did it all." And they said, "Oh, well, you're just some dumbass guy then who knows how to read books." "No, I'm a doctor," which was the worst thing he could possibly say, because what do they then turn around and do? They kill the doctor, and what's the response? "Oh, we didn't need him. We have another doctor."
That's right.
Well, you're going to trust Eugene to stitch you up after a fight? I mean, this is going to be bad. This is going to be bad for Eugene.
But I don't think, I think he has kind of become a superhero because he grew a set of him. And you got to remember, Negan bashed in Abraham's head right in front of him. Abraham was as close to a brother as he had. Abraham saved Eugene and protected him and then beat the hell out of him when he found out he was lying. But they got back together afterwards. But Negan did this right in front of Eugene. Negan captured Eugene, if you remember right, in the RV. I think Eugene's finally hit that breaking point where he's going to survive until Negan drops his guard, and you're going to see some killing, finally, by Eugene.
Now, I disagree.
Everybody has a breaking point.
I don't think he's going to do the killing. I think his whole goal is to survive until somebody comes and saves him, because that's the Eugene MO. I mean, modus operandi. He does not do the job himself. He's not even a beta dog. He's a Charlie dog.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He follows and he takes orders, and he's really smart, and he knows he can. His brains are the only asset that he has. He can't fight. So, but in the end, he is just a Joe Schmo guy with a bit of an engineering background.
Yep. Survivor.
He's gonna survive. And I think his whole goal is to survive until Rick comes and saves him. I think that's what we're looking at here. And I think Rick, and especially, and the name's flying out of my head right now, and that's probably going to get me in trouble with a lot of the fans. Who's Rosita? Rosita is out there looking for him because she feels guilty that he got taken because of her. So now, I think Rosita's, when they finally show up and find Eugene there eating pickles and playing with his Ghibli gunk.
Atari. He was in Atari games, I think.
Yeah, his Atari and his Ghibli gunk doll. She's gonna show up and be like, "You've been living the sweet life while I've been out here scared to death for you, you son of a gun." And you're gonna see her take it out on him the same way that it's been taken out. But I don't think Eugene cares if he gets beaten up anymore. I think at this point, Eugene's only interested in keeping himself from getting killed.
Listen, I know everybody has problems with Negan, but if you're in Eugene's spot and all of a sudden you have a room with Atari, beer, pickles, wine, cold water, and then he sends you 3 smoking Bettys, right?
That you can't have sex with.
No, you can't. He
said no sex. I don't think you have to. I have to repeat this, but no sex.
Really?
Yes, that was one of Negan's lines. I don't think I'm going to have to worry about this, but no sex. Remember, they're Negan's wives. Nobody has sex with them but him. So
if you remember right, in the earlier episode, he told Dwight that he could go have a night with his wife that Negan had stole from him.
And then he said, just kidding. Pick anybody else as long as she says yes.
He said, I gave you a pass to Pound Town, but he didn't say Pound Town, and you refuse me? No, I think you're mistaken. I'll have to go back and listen.
I think all of our listeners should go to the Ghostman and Demon Hunter Facebook page or our Twitter and say which one of us is right. Is Sean right that Negan shares his wives, or am I right that Negan is a nobody touches these women but me kind of guy? So go out there, folks. Tell us who's right. And I'm pretty sure, Sean, I'm the one who's right here.
Negan shares the night with Dwight. He told Dwight. He said, "I'm going to give you a night with your wife," and Dwight said no.
And then he said, "I'm only kidding. Pick anybody else as long as they say yes."
Yeah, you must be talking about Eugene. I know this happened. I know this. Anyway, guys, that's Rot Talk for this week. Of course, Nathan and I are arguing. There's nothing new there. But
I would like to say, Sean, I am really... Last week's episode threw me, and I've got to, reevaluate where I'm going, so I do not have a prediction for tonight's show.
Really?
But I loved last week. I really did. And I think you're right, though. I do think it's going to be a Negan-focused episode. I also think we're going to see... it kind of jumping back between the survivors and Daryl, because Daryl is going back. This is again, stupidest thing ever. Why are you going back to a town where your presence is going to get people killed?
Yeah. Hey, have you heard anything, switching gears here, have you heard anything about this Christopher Bellagio, or he was Lutz. His last name was Lutz, and of course from the famed Amityville Horror Haunting. This is the older son. There was already the younger son, Danny Lutz, that had came out with that documentary. Remember,
Amityville. That was a good documentary. Okay.
Sure, yeah, it was great. I guess Christopher, I forget his name now. Excuse me, but I guess he's working on this groundbreaking documentary about Amityville and the real stuff that happened at the house, and the world's going nuts because. I think he's claiming that it's not fake, that it's not, but yet his brother said the same thing on tape. So, what's going to be the twist here? There's got to be something, because Danny Lutz, the young boy, and of course, guys, we're talking about the Amityville house, the real one in New York, or is it Rhode Island, Nate? It's New York.
It's New York.
Amity,
New York.
That's right, Amity, New York. And, of course, these two are the young kids, Danny and Chris. I guess they were both the last name Lutz. And their father, of course, George Lutz, was...
Their stepfather.
Yeah, their stepfather. That's what the stories have been based on, the Amityville Horror. Now, the youngest one, Danny, like I said, 2-3 years ago, came out with the My Amityville Horror, and if you look that up, it's a great little documentary. And now Chris, his name escapes me, they're talking about this new documentary he's been filming, so it's going to be interesting. I can't wait to see it. That's one of the famed hauntings. Ed and Lorraine Warren got involved, and people have been bashing that and talking about it for years. But our friend Tom Reed was out there this past week, Nathan. That's why I bring it up.
Really?
There was a picture of Tom in the middle, Travis Walton, the guy from Fire in the Sky that allegedly got abducted, and blah, 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 blah. And they're all standing in front of with this Chris guy, Chris Lutz or whatever. And he changed his name, actually. But he was the oldest son in the group there. So we'll see, man. Keep your eyes open for that, guys, and we'll report anything we hear. But, of course, on this show, not only do we cover the world of horror, we cover the world of supernatural and paranormal, because that's what Nathan and I have always researched and investigated. So, yeah, there we go.
Just brought us here and connected us with all these famous people and blue raspberry peeps.
That's right. So that's what I got this week. So The Walking Dead. I wonder if tonight's guest will be highlighted in this episode. I wonder if we'll see a lot of her tonight.
It should be interesting to find out. Yeah, I would like to know more. Tell me more, Sean. Tell me more.
I don't know. Tonight's guest. Woo! Yeah. Tonight's guest is a amazing actress, director, who since her early start in theater, has won numerous awards for both her work in film and on stage. She has been described by film critics as enormously talented, smart, and sassy, and sexy. Known for what works like Tales of Halloween, The Woman, 9 Lives of More, and of course, most recently for a role as Jadis on the AMC smash hit The Walking Dead, Pollyanna McIntosh, right here in studio with your Ghost Man and Demon Hunter, Nathan. Yeah, Pollyanna. Yeah. I think we've almost completed the entire cast, almost, haven't we? Except for Andrew Lincoln and a couple other. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, Daryl was going to come on, and then he got tied up with his schedule. And we're still working on Negan. And we're still. But this is where it's at, folks. What is this? Our 10th or 12th guest from The Walking Dead?
Olga, what is that?
Lögfræðistofa Reykjavíkur leggur metnað sinn í að veita framúrskarandi lögmannsþjónustu.
Has she been under your desk, dude? That's
I got
not
plans.
Right.
I got plans for her, man.
What's your wife gonna say?
I don't know. I have my own studio, pal. She's not allowed. Olga's staying all night. Anyway, Nate, what do you say we go to break, man?
Let's go to break. What are we coming back to again, Sean?
We are coming back. Do I need to play the whole thing, or?
No. Just tell me one last time who we're going to talk to again.
Pollyanna McIntosh.
Oh, that sounds so good.
From The Walking Dead.
And what are we listening to?
Nathan, what do you say we take a break and listen to some music?
I love that.
Each week on this show, we play a new band, independent band we know we love. We support the little man, Nathan, right?
I love the little man.
Yes.
And the little ladies. It's
I love the little
especially
ladies.
When they're under 5'2" and they're really thin and they
that's getting spooky. Anyway, name of tonight's actress. The name of tonight's talent. Tonight's musician is Allison Crowe. Name of the song, Skeletons and Spirits, Demon Hunter.
Ghost Man.
Shadow Nation. Woo! We'll be right back with Pollyanna McIntosh from The Walking Dead.
I'm excited.
Take your sympathy and shove it. Ask for the pain. Well, I love it. I'll eat your words. I'll devour your soul. I will laugh like a lemon while you crawl back into your hole. I won't deny you, but I'll pay you no heed. And if you keep stabbing me, I will probably bleed, but I'll pretend I'm a cloud and my rain will surround you. And if you keep hurting me, I'll eventually drown you. And yes, I know I'm a little bit off, but you can't leave, you can't open the door. You think you're unique, but I've seen you before. So run away from the fires that burn. You will do this again and again, but you will never learn. So keep looking down as you crush me, keep smiling, 'cause I will get up and there's no denying that I am one of your little punching clowns. You can keep on striking, but you can't keep me down. And you always think that you are fearless and right, but I think that you are afraid in the night of the ghosts, of the spirits that crawl into your head, of the skeletons that'll haunt you until you're dead. But now you can't leave, you can't open the door. You think you're unique, but I've seen you before. So run away from the fires that burn. You will do this again and again and again and again and again. Oh, now you can't leave, you can't open the door. You think you're unique, but I've seen it all before. So run away from the fires that burn. You will do this again and again, but you will never learn. You will never learn. You will
Hi, this is Bonnie Morgan, Samara from Rings, and you're listening to Shadow Nation with my guys on the inside, Nate and Sean.
Hey, welcome back, Shadow Nation. Tonight's guest is an amazing actress and director who, since her early start in theater, has won numerous awards for both her work in film and on the stage. She's been described by film critics as an enormously talented, smart, sassy, and sexy actress who excels at finding the emotional vulnerability in all the roles she portrays. Known for such works as Tales of Halloween, my favorite, The Woman, 9 Lives of Mara, and of course for her most recent role as Jadis on the AMC smash hit The Walking Dead. Tonight, the Scream Queen herself, Miss Pollyanna McIntosh. Pollyanna, what's going on?
Hey, I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I'm out of breath.
How's that after all that?
My God,
Very
sis,
impressive.
what a bio you have. And that was the short form.
Yeah, it's true. I've been doing this a while.
Yeah, you have. And that's what I want to get into tonight. But you got some big things happening. Just 2 weeks ago, you joined the cast of AMC Smash Hit. What's going on with that?
They are the most lovely people to work with. I'm having the best time, and it's so secretive. I can hardly tell you a thing, but I'll do my best.
You know, it's funny because we've had most of the cast of Walking Dead on, and they all say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's really true. I mean, those are storytellers extraordinaire. So they like to keep the audience at the same pace as they're telling their story, and I really respect that. So it's kind of fun to be part of that,
Well, you can let your
The
guard
Secret
down.
Canyon as well as everything else.
We're not going to poke you for spoilers, I promise you. We're not going to do
We'll
it.
see.
So how many characters die this year? It's
Are we counting walkers or?
yes.
Yeah, it's all there. It's all there. But, a lot of people, you bust down, you've been a star forever, but a lot of people in the Walking Dead community seen you pop out on stage with the hair and and the suit and the garbage pile, and they were like, who is this chick? And then they put in your name and go, oh my God, it's her. I fell in love with you.
Yeah.
I fell in love with you before, but Tales of Halloween.
Oh, yeah. You like the Bobby?
Oh, I love the Bobby. It was the Hansel and Gretel thing. You have become a Scream queen. And growing up, you were born in Edinburgh, Scotland.
I was actually born in the Highlands. I was born in Helensburgh.
Highlandsboro. I'm
But
sorry.
yeah, I spent a lot of time in Edinburgh, too.
Well,
See, Sean, never trust IMDb.
she ruined my research. No, I went everywhere for her. Jesus.
I was young in Edinburgh, though.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Edinburgh's definitely one of my strong homes. Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You become a Scream queen in America. And how did Polly, starting out, and you moved everywhere. I mean, my God, Scotland,
Yeah.
Portugal, Colombia. How was that to travel? Where did your passion start with acting? Was it your folks?
Well, my dad was an actor back in the 60s. He was an Oxford guy, and he did a lot of theatre there, and he did some films, and he loved it and loved the stage, but he wanted to have kids and get married and have a family, so he saw how difficult the world is out there for actors, and he realized that he needed a bit more stability, so he became a businessman, and that's how I knew him growing up.
Yeah.
But I think some of his theatricality definitely was still around, and I used to watch a lot of TV with my dad, and we would both do silly impressions of people. And so I think that's probably been a strong influence on me. And just like a kid, I just like to play and tell stories, and I think I still do that these days. It's basically, I get paid to be a kid, and it's wonderful.
You suck, Polly.
Polly,
I suck.
I got to say, I have a lot of friends who are from England and Scotland, and they all seem to agree that they can transfer into America a lot easier than American could transfer over to Ireland or to England or Scotland.
Yeah, I think it's funny, as a Brit over here, I get a lot of, oh my God, I love your accent. Oh my God, you have an accent. Is that an accent? I'm like,
Oh my
yeah,
God, I
have an
love how
accent
well you
too.
do that California voice.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then I say, well, you have an accent too, and they say, oh no, I don't have an accent. What are you talking about? So I think a lot of, the American attitude being that American English is kind of the natural state of things.
Yeah.
It makes sense that it would be harder to then go and become something else. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you, I grew up in the middle of Pennsylvania, so I spent years of elocution lessons to get rid of my accent. So.
No.
Yes.
Seriously? Why is that? Why do you guys not love your regional accents?
I
They're so
love
gorgeous.
mine. It's all Hoosier, Indiana, America, baby. I love it.
No, because I went to theater school, and when I went in and went up on stage, and the first time the director heard me talk like this, because I actually sounded like the people down in Georgia are supposed to sound, not like the ones on Walking Dead. And the director took one look at me and said, "We're getting you some talking lessons." So,
What?
Sorted you right out.
Yeah. Lincoln does great. Coral.
Coral. Yeah, I'm learning all these Walking Dead fan things, now that I'm in the world of it.
Yeah.
And I'm a big fan of the show myself. I mean, I really, really love the show. But getting into the Walking Dead family and really, being exposed to it on social media and stuff now, I'm beginning to pick up these little phrases. And it's just lovely to see the huge passion for it,
Oh, yeah. And you know what?
Beautiful.
I love The Walking Dead. Our show has a whole section called Rot Talk, where we talk about what we think happened last week, what we know is going to happen tonight, or what we guess is on The Walking Dead, and it's called Rot Talk. But before we get into that deep, I'm fascinated with you because I've loved your career. I've followed a lot of your films that you've done. And
Thank you.
I do. I love you because, like I said before, you were a huge star before you even got with The Walking Dead. So you're going to bless that with everything you do on The Walking Dead. So, at age 16, you had your acting debut. Was it at London Independent Film and Theaters? That's where you popped out, right?
Yeah, that's where I started off. And I did some Scottish stuff too. I moved down to London at 16 to start modelling, and then I got this. I went to an open audition in Scotland for the Acid House, which is an Irvine Welsh film, and I played a tiny, tiny little role in that.
Right.
And then in London, whilst I was modelling, I was just trying to find any indies that I could do,
Mm-hmm.
So I was just exploring, and then after a couple of years in the business, I went and studied drama theatre studies at uni, and then started producing and directing theatre and being in that. And then I moved over to LA in 2004, I think.
Yeah, 04.
And just carried on here. Yeah.
You came over for The Wood Gatherer.
Started making some movies.
So I've got to ask, you moved out to LA from England. Are you a tan girl or not a tan? Do you do the tan thing? Do you go out and
I
get
do the tan thing.
Do you do the tan thing? Yeah. See,
I'm from Scotland, man. I'm so excited by the sunshine. Still, every day is like
she's on the
like,
moors.
Every day is like waking up in a Disney movie for me in LA. I just can't believe it. The birds are tweeting and the sun is shining.
Until you go downtown and you hear those couple gunshots go off, you're like, "Oh, cut!"
No, I've been pretty lucky. I've been pretty lucky in LA. I've been keeping out of trouble.
Yeah, and it's a lot of pretty places. We went out there for our TV show and did our voiceover stuff. And I remember when I got there, I could barely see the Hollywood sign, and I was like, "Oh, I've made it. Wait a minute, where am I at?"
And apparently, I am no longer allowed to drive on the LA freeway because Sean won't let me. So
it's a bad thing.
I'm beginning to get the idea that Sean is the sensible one out of the two. Then,
wow, you really do not get this show at all.
Just give us a little bit here, Polly. Give us a little. But
call yourself a study of humans. No.
I'm a human study. No, but so Hollywood 2004, you came out. You didn't act. You started by directing something called The Wood Gatherer. Talk about that.
Starting directing something called what?
Wasn't it The Wood Gatherer was your first directing debut?
The Wool Gatherer, yeah, I did. I directed The Wool Gatherer at the Blank Stage Theatre on Santa Monica Boulevard.
Ooh.
And I had a great cast, and it was the most exciting thing ever. And then I did a play called Olga there, and I stage managed and directed and produced a bunch of theatre and found my people that way. It was great. It was a great intro to the city.
When you came out, Polly, okay, because a lot of people, like we've had so many, Michael Rooker from The Walking Dead, Guardians of the Galaxy, he came on. I always ask everybody, there's always that time in an actor or an actress's life where you have to do something like us, other than what you dreamed to do, which is act, direct, stuff like that. What was can you think back to some of your jobs when they weren't so glamorous? What'd you do?
Sure. What did I do? I did, so I nannied and babysat, and I taught a book club over the summer for kids.
So wait. There's going to be little kids out there watching Walking Dead going, Jadis used to be my nanny. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's funny. It's true. Yeah, there are a few of them. And then I waitress, which I was not good at.
I short order cook, so I understand.
From another. And then I did. Oh, I volunteered for a long time teaching young guys in jail.
Okay.
Worked in a lot of jails, working with kids.
Is that where you got some of the ideas of the character for Jadis?
No, maybe. I don't know. I think it all goes in somehow,
Well, I'm definitely thinking if I was serving any long time in prison and you walked in to teach me, I would listen. I just...
Oh, well, there are certain tricks to doing that. You don't come in with full femininity. You come in with, you switch that stuff off,
But there's some guys that pay for that, too,
That work.
The boots and the whip.
All sports bras and hair back, and getting on with the job.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. But after I volunteered for those guys for a long time, wonderful charity called The Unusual Suspects,
Okay.
I then started teaching officially for them, and I was running a teaching program there for a while. So that was a paid gig that also got me paid.
So,
and then I did PR. I did PR for independent films.
Ooh.
On the side as well, which taught me a lot about production and, getting a film prepared for pitching it and selling it and all that stuff. Did a lot of festivals. So yeah, I did everything I could just to keep doing what I wanted to do,
God, you're busy.
So you were what I classify as a scraper. You took whatever job was out there. You didn't, be like, well, that job's beneath me kind of stuff ever. You just did it.
Yeah. I mean, I'd be pretty lame if I thought anything that I've just described.
Oh, no. You've been in the theatrical world long enough. There are people who out there go, oh, I would never do that. I'll do a lot of jobs, but I would never do that.
Yeah, you're right. I don't mind getting my hands dirty, and I get on with it. It's true.
Polly,
I've got to ask this because it's a movie I've watched probably 300, maybe 400 times. It's one of my wife's favorite movies. She's going to be thrilled when I tell her I pointed this out. But you were in Bats.
Oh, shut up! Nobody has watched that. No,
I love that movie.
Wow,
that's like a cult classic. I love Bats.
It's pretty terrible. Yeah. I can say that now. I can say that freely. In fact, I said that then. But it was a lot of fun. But it was a pretty bad movie.
Well, you didn't learn good PR, did you? Hey, I was in this movie. It sucked. It was terrible.
It was awful. It was the worst.
Bats, Human Harvest. I mean, come on.
I thought I was going to be working with bats. I was like, where are the bats? This is why I took this job. I want to work with bats.
There was no
They were just all fake.
You know what? It's funny because my day job is as a wildlife control officer, and I actually do work with bats. So it's
really. Oh, I'm jealous of your job.
Well, come on out to beautiful Connecticut,
and I'll show you all the bats in people's attics that I have to get out of there.
My mother warned me about people like you.
Yeah, bat people. He's the Batman.
People who invite you out to Cincinnati to look at bat.
I know. No, but
come out of this basement.
Check out my attic.
We've seen
the
Human
bats are all in
Centipede.
the cage there. Crawl on in.
You're in the corner. Yeah.
So your dear sainted mother is probably in Scotland praying for you right now.
I don't think my mother's ever prayed in her life. She's a good atheist.
No,
She was raised by a scientific man, so there'll be no praying in my house.
She's wishing you well.
My family home.
I wanted to ask you something, Polly. Growing up, now when I was growing up here in America, in the heartland of America, my father got on a religious thing, so I went to a Baptist school, a Catholic school, back to a Baptist school, a Christian school, and then finally...
I did some Catholic schools.
Oh, my God. Yeah. Well, that was a very strict school. I had my tells from there, as you do too, I'm sure. But I wanted to ask you, I had such a hard time because I did the Christian thing all my life until probably 6th grade. Then all of a sudden they said, surprise, here's public school. Now as a kid, you went around Scotland, Portugal, Colombia, so you always had to change schools and stuff. What was it like on the playground for Polly?
Well, I was always a tall girl. I always stood out because I was tall, broad-shouldered, this sort of big thing.
Yeah.
So I always felt quite self-conscious, but at the same time, I just really got excited about the new opportunities to go to a new school and meet new people and be a new person in a way as well. Not in a dark or hidden way, but just to sort of start anew, to start afresh was always exciting. And I think it's given me a really good stead for all the different film families you go into. You know, when you're on set and on location and stuff, you're always meeting new people and working with new people and playing essentially with new people. So I really kind of loved it growing up. I really enjoyed it. I really took it on as a cool challenge each time.
I would have thought.
And I think it was great to see other countries and see how other people lived and, you know, open your eyes to a lot of stuff as a kid.
I would have thought
that adjustment.
I would have thought your mom and dad was military, the way you traveled. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. No, my dad we moved to Colombia because my dad was a drug dealer at that time. And that's where to do it, you know.
Well, business is always popping there, you know. It's...
Yeah.
He figured
stop. I love that country too much.
I know.
He figured stop selling the product on the street and just get out there and start growing it. Yeah, I get that. It's a good plan.
Yeah, that's where we missed it. We should have been the growers.
But you know, you were traveling around feeling awkward in schools because of your height and everything, and then one day somebody sits, all the kids that maybe threw a few tall jokes at you in school, they're watching Land of the Lost. And, and suddenly they're like, oh my God, damn, I should have taken her to prom. And it's
yes, that's exactly how it is.
That's it. That's what my dad always told me. Don't pick on girls, dude, because when you get older, you're going to want to go out with them. They'll say, aren't you that kid that
pulled my hair
or threw boogers at me in 3rd grade or something? Yeah.
Like that episode of Friends with Julia Roberts. Where she makes Chandler wear her underwear. Remember that?
That was a good one.
Little Susie. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching the other day. I was watching a whole bunch of Friends bloopers. That really brought me back and made me miss that show.
Oh, it's just a warming thing to watch. Any of that stuff. It's great. I love it.
So growing up,
we haven't made a show as popular or as great sitcom-wise as that show, I don't think.
So growing up overseas, though, okay, when did you think America? And why? Was it just Hollywood strictly, or was there a love passion for us and its people like us, like radio host of this show?
Oh, yeah, that was absolutely
She heard about our show and just had to come, Sean.
Yes.
Now, finally, my dream comes true tonight.
Welcome.
If I say anything foolish, it's just because I'm overwhelmed that I'm finally speaking to you guys. It's true.
That's okay, Polly. You can relax.
I was actually in love with a man who lives here, and
ooh, juicy.
I came over to kind of see how that was. And I was already an actress, so I figured, well, why not LA? It makes sense. I was actually thinking of moving to New York and joining the Atlantic Theatre Company, and that would have been a different life. But I'd fallen in love with this actor, and he lived out here, and he was stable here, and so I came, and we got married, and that was lovely, and then it wasn't, and then we got divorced.
Been there.
And I stayed. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think we've all been there, Sean. I think that's pretty much the American story now. It's the American dream.
It's the American
Come
dream.
to America, get married, get divorced, and
America
start over.
is apple pie, buddy. Divorce.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty bad in Hollywood too, though. But you know, let's talk about your video game career, because Dante's Inferno in 2011 was one of my faves. You were Bella, the voice.
Thank you. Yes.
What's that
I
like?
was the disembodied mother of Dante.
Did you enjoy saying the same line over and over again about 20 times to get it to where they wanted?
Well, it was cool because I was doing all the mocap stuff, so you're like acting out on a big stage. It's kind of like theater, but with plastic props, you know.
That's cool. I've not seen them do that. That is actually cool.
Oh, you use props? I haven't even heard of that.
Yeah, we have a lot of friends because of our business. We have a lot of friends who work in voiceover, and you're the first one to say that to me.
Yeah. I just actually completed another big game, which is going to be coming out in the summer, and I can't talk about it, but it was really exciting. That was really fun to do.
Really cool. That game sounds awesome.
Well, now mind you, Sean, when Mike Rooker came on, he had you convinced.
Yeah, you Walking Dead people cheated me because Mikey came on.
What happened?
Mike came on and he had the Walking Dead, the release of the Walking Dead game. Okay,
and to his honest nature, he did say, "Oh, it's not as good as some of the other games I've done."
Yeah, but no, Polly. Mike comes on Rooker and he says, "Listen, it's a good game. You'll have enjoyment out of it." So I go on opening night for my kids and me, and I get this game, and I bring it home, at the whopping price of $53.95, and I put it in. The game's loading. The kids played it like 13 minutes and goes, "Dad, this sucks." So, yeah, Mike never came back on the show, so I haven't been able to thank him for that. But
He made you uncool to your kids. That's
He
the
did.
worst crime.
Michael Rooker,
Commit.
guys, yeah, made me uncool.
What a jerk.
Yeah, and now he's in Guardians of the
Mike
Galaxy
had
2.
nothing to do with your not being cool, Sean.
Oh, it's
That
terrible.
was a DIY situation.
Yeah, whatever, Polly. Listen, you growing up, favorite holiday?
Yeah.
Favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday?
Mm-hmm.
I had to be going back to Portugal when I was 14 after not having been there since I was 5 years old. And, just getting to see all my friends from when I was a kid and getting to see the place that I'd grown up in. For
See,
some
Sean,
years.
here's the problem.
I know. There's the breakdown.
There's the language issue because Sean was
What?
talking like Christmas, Easter, Halloween, and you were talking
Well, I was
vacation.
talking vacation, yeah. Okay, what's my favorite holiday?
I'm on
Halloween.
holiday. Halloween?
Yeah,
I'm in
Halloween,
love.
for
See?
sure.
I'm in
Now,
love.
now that's since you've been in America though, because Scotland not a Halloween.
No,
country.
always.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah, but we just do it where you have to dress up scary. We don't do the whole
Right.
horror woman kind of thing. We do the spooky, scary stuff, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, since I was a little girl, I loved dressing up as a witch.
See, that was good. I didn't
That's my
know
favorite.
in Scotland you guys had trick or treat. Is it on the same date and everything? October 31st?
Yeah, and we have real witches, too.
We got those here. They cast a spell on the president not too long ago. They were on the news, and yeah.
Oh, we're blaming Trump on women now? That's
Yes.
a new one.
Trump brought in
Okay.
the witches. The witches don't like him. She's a witch. No. Have you been out to Salem, though? You got to go, Polly. The witch
Oh, I'd
capital.
love to go to Salem, yeah. I'd love to go to Salem.
Me too. I want to go so bad. But Tales of Halloween, it came out, Trick or Treat came out of 5 years or 3 years before that. It had Sam as the patron saint of Halloween. You've seen it, right? You're a Halloween freak.
Yeah, but I don't like scary movies.
Oh, my God.
I get scared.
Work with me, Polly. Work with me.
You have a pet
Sorry. I
weaponized
speak the
walker.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't
When
like
I'm in them,
scary
it's
movies?
fine. When I watch them, I get a little scared. What can I say?
So do you
I mean,
watch?
Of course, I've watched lots of horror movies that I love, but yeah, I have to be convinced pretty hard to watch one because I'm very susceptible to the fear.
Right. Favorite scary movie?
I've got a favorite scary movie, Rosemary's Baby.
Oh, my
Very
God.
good. Very nice.
Classic.
I like that choice.
Beautiful film.
You're the first of our guests to pick that one. I'm very happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Rosemary.
yeah, no, that's a firm favorite
Yeah.
for sure. I
Well-
just love the madness in it, you know. It's just so, the tension is so beautifully built. And for something so ridiculous as, you know, having a child that's the devil, it's, I believe it, don't you? I mean, I just am very much in it when I watch it, and the acting is fantastic. And John Cassavetes, I'm a huge fan of,
Well,
and Mia Farrow too,
what-
so I love it.
Like I've already said, I've been married once, so I've already been the husband of the devil. So, first wife, not my current wife. No, never not that.
What are you gonna do?
But
Isn't it funny how things can change?
actually, my ex-wife and I are very good friends, and she would accept
Oh,
that
good.
joke and laugh about it. So I'm allowed to say that.
Mine wouldn't. We're not very good friends. No,
I'm also the co-host of the Devil.
Yeah,
And,
that's true.
I keep telling people when they hear that my nickname is Demon Hunter, I tell them I'm not a demon. I just work for the boss.
Okay, Polly, let me get in my final questions here before you say these guys suck. I got to go. So I wanted to ask you, Polly, we talked about you growing up and everything else. What is your favorite genre to star in, to act in, do you think?
You know, it's a really tough one because it's always about the individual role and the individual script. I would say that, you know, I'm having so much fun doing this show that it's really hard to top. And I don't know what category Walking Dead falls into because it's really a post-apocalyptic drama with a lot of blood and guts and zombies in it, you know?
Yeah.
Are there
It's like
any
really
genres?
human stories.
Are there any genres you wouldn't do? Like if somebody walked up and said, "We want you to do a western."
Oh, God, I'd die to do a Western.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. I love horses. I love that whole Wild West thing. When I was a
That's
little
my
kid, I
favorite
just wanted to be a
genre.
Native American so badly.
What was that, Polly?
When I was a little girl, I just wanted to be a Native American so badly.
Oh, yeah.
So I love those old cowboy movies. Yeah. I'd love to do a Western. But no, there's nothing I wouldn't do. at all. The only thing genre-wise that sometimes is frustrating is when people look at the work that I've done in horror and say, "Oh, she's a horror actress." You know, it's like I don't know why anyone has to be put in one specific box. I've done so much comedy and drama as well, and I really love doing comedy. And that's a really great challenge. But no, I hope that I can continue mixing between all the genres, you know, and just find the right stories as they come individually and the right people that make them sing. So.
Well,
yeah.
I got to tell you, sis, you haven't been put in one genre, because in horror, you've owned it. That's why I said you're a scream queen. But in everything else you do, comedy, drama, you bring it home on everything. And you can't find a lot of well-rounded actresses like that, or actors.
Well, I think people are more comfortable with kind of, sticking with what they think works for somebody. So you start doing one thing, you get offered a lot of the same stuff, or, you just got to take risks and follow the things that speak to you, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But thank you for that. I appreciate it. I've been so welcomed by the horror community, and, there being such loyal fans has been what's really kept me working, because producers see that horror fans will follow people onto other movies. So I'm just really grateful.
Yeah. Well, it's from the heart.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's true, Polly. But, I'm tapped. I mean, that's the questions I got for Nate.
I am glad, because since you brought up horror films, now I get to talk geek and ask her all these wonderful questions about The Walking Dead.
Geek away, brother.
Geek away.
So starting off, we've talked bats, so I got to move on now to we had and I'm going to say his name right, Sean. Khary Payton.
Yeah.
Khary Payton.
When Khary,
I know from theater from 14 years ago in LA. Isn't that weird?
That is, it's this whole 6 degrees of everybody in Walking Dead, apparently.
True.
But when we had Khary on, he was talking about how we were asking about certain people. He's like, dude, I don't work with them on set. I never get to see them. Have you gotten to work with like all the groups that you wanted to work with? Met all the people, gotten to hang out with everybody, or is it a separation thing until you actually work with them?
It depends. Like on the first day I was working, Norman came down to set to come and hang out, and watch the Winslow fight go down. So even though, I didn't have any scenes with him, I got to meet him there. And he's just a really familial attitude around. And, so I think I kind of got to meet everybody. Yeah, I met Melissa for the first time in the dining room. I haven't done anything with her, but that was cool to meet her. So yeah, if you're not shooting, I can see why you might not meet certain people. But I think I was quite lucky in that a lot of people were around shooting other episodes at the same time as I was doing mine. So yeah, I think I've kind of met everybody now. Yeah. They're a great bunch. I'm sure you've had enough of them on.
It's so interesting, too, because except for, Norman, whose character was never in the comic books, most of the characters are based on a comic book, except you. You're not based on a comic book now.
Yeah,
you're number two. But your character is the most comic book character I've ever seen.
I know, right? Totally.
Do you think? And I've heard them say, they're two different universes. We're not going to cross them over. But your character is designed for a comic book. And do you think people see you as a comic book character more than an actor on the show?
I don't know. I think that the show is so it connects people so hard with these characters that I think a lot of people call me Jadis when they make comments on social media and stuff, which is weird because of course I'm not her, I'm me. But I've even put on the top of my Twitter I play her, but I'm not her. But that's fine. That's because the fans connect and love it, and I think that's kind of fun.
Okay,
I can do a little Jadis on the side. Why not?
A few inside the mind of Jadis questions here. Why did your group go so Mad Max before everybody else this early in the apocalypse?
Well, it's been enough time, I think, that if you want to survive, you figure out a way. And I think that...
Yeah, but do language skills really change that quickly?
But it's a choice. The way I see it, it's a choice. I mean, it's something that keeps our group very cohesive, very able to communicate fast, with little energy used. It makes things very clear and concise. There's no messing around. And also it kind of separates us a little from the outside too. And it's kind of weird how she talks. So I think there's a sort of intimidation aspect to it as well, that it's just a little off. And it confuses people and puts me in a position outside of them, I think that's why she likes to do it, to keep it that way. a little bit of mystery goes a long way.
I think you got something up your sleeve. You're just overly accepting and nice. That's what I think. I know you can't say nothing.
Me or Jadis?
Jadis. Well, you too, Polly. What are you going to do to us?
Throwing someone in a pit for a walker to fight is nice.
Yeah, I'm looking over my shoulder
I don't know
right
what
now.
world you're living in, but I'm worried about you now.
No, I was just saying I can't trust this woman. Look at her. You threw Rick down the well, or down the pile of jagged metal, and then you threw him in with the walker. And then you were like,
Yeah.
okay, we're cool. Just go get me some pork and beans, and let's do this thing.
Okay, we're good now.
Yeah,
I want a 9 mil and a can of pork and beans, and you're all set. We'll join up.
We're in. You garbage people.
Yeah.
Here's a question from a listener. The housing for the scavengers. Obviously, you're scavengers, but was that a junkyard before you guys moved in, or did you guys build that?
No, it was a junkyard. There's a bunch of us, but I think moving those cars would have been pretty hard. We've got some vehicles in there, and we've got some ways to move things around, and we've created kind of a hive, you know. I was like a hive, and we've also got a home like a hive.
I was going to say
a lot of walls of protection.
Working in that wildlife and extermination field, I was first thing I thought of when I was watching you guys move around was, man, it's an anthill.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly how I see it. And I don't think, that wasn't a junkyard there in the set. You know, that they brought all that stuff in and created that, obviously.
So it's just an open field, Polly? That's what an open field in Georgia?
Yeah, I think it was just an open field and by a sort of river or a lake, like a thin lake.
Wow.
And they brought in all that stuff, you know, tons and tons and tons of it. And the structure is kind of built out of wood, and then the layers of garbage are put on top of it and held on. But it just looks like it's going to topple over any minute. It's wonderful to see around.
Well, listen, before Nathan takes back over, we're doing our Comic-Con appearance here in a couple months, and we got a panel.
Oh, cool.
And we're going to play clips of all our favorite actors and actresses, from Walking Dead to everybody we've had on. And I was wondering, can you give us anything just exclusive for the Shadow Nation? Something funny maybe, or spooky?
That happened behind the sets? I mean, Chad Coleman admitted that he peed himself a little on one of the sets.
Yeah.
I don't have a peeing story for you.
Oh, come on.
It hasn't been long enough for there to have been anything super goofy that happened.
Well, what about?
Come on, did Rick threaten to punch you when you threw him down the hill? Anything?
He loved it. He absolutely loved it. He wanted to do all the stunt stuff. He was just right down for it. It was something really sweet actually that happened, but it's kind of anathema to the scene that follows. It might be fun to know.
Yeah.
Andrew's daughter was using the clapperboard just before he did the Winslow fight.
Yeah.
So I'm looking down from above on that high top, you know, the up.
Uh-huh.
And Big Cherry Picker has to drop you up there, you know, so you're really up high. And I'm looking down, watching what's going on, and I see this cute little girl in a pretty little dress in the middle of this junkyard with a clapperboard, and her daddy's already, you know, got half covered in blood, and she just goes, kick, and then the Winslow fight begins. So that was pretty cute.
That's awesome. Oh my God.
I gotta ask I was watching the night it aired, and you were like the up, and apparently you like saying that. So.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
But I was watching, going, okay, now we know what happened to the kids from Mad Max Beyond the Thunderdome, and but Winslow. If he wasn't made to test somebody, it was just Winslow. Why the heck did you have a weaponized walker in the middle of a pile of junk?
Well, if Jade is not going to tell, I'm not going to tell.
Right.
The correct answer would be, where else would you put him? But okay, well.
Winslow deserves a home too, and he's not exactly a sociable creature, so we figured that pit was probably the best place for him to live.
I think so. I'd have to agree with you.
Amongst his junkie friends.
And if Winslow was just Winslow, who made Winslow weaponized?
Well, again, I just gonna have to let you see.
See, he's totally geeking out. We don't ever do this, Polly. We never geek out this much.
But you're brand new to the show, and literally,
I might Right, huh?
These have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions I've asked that guests that listeners have asked for me to ask, and I just had to go and do it because.
Of course.
But thank you so much, because normally that would not be our thing. But you know what? Just when we met Jadis on TV, loved her, so had to ask.
Yeah.
Thank you. I know there are a lot of questions, and I'm excited to find out a lot of stuff myself.
Well, I tell you what, Polly, what is coming up next for you? I know you got The Walking Dead. Of course, that's going on. Is there anything else that's going to be coming up in the future for Polly?
Yeah, I'm going to be directing a horror movie at the end of the year.
Ooh.
So that's exciting.
Can we talk about that at all?
Any tips on what it's going to be called, what we're going to be looking for?
Just follow me and you'll see. I'll let you know.
Where can people follow you?
Tell you what it is. Put my full name on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. And I like to post and chat with people. So, yeah, I'll keep you informed.
But, hey, Polly, we're going to close out the show. I'm going to ask you to hang on the line 1 second so we can talk to you after we close out and pay the bills. Is that okay?
Fabulous. Well, I spoke to Ross before I spoke to you guys, and he said he had a good time, too. Ross Marcon, so it was a pleasure speaking to you guys, and thanks.
Oh, my God. We love you. And good luck with Walking Dead and everything. And please come back. Please come back in the future when you rock out something
I'd love
else.
To.
All right, Nate. Polly, stay on the line 1 second. Nate, what do you say we pay the bills?
Okay, I've geeked out more than I have in 10 years of broadcasting, Sean, so let's pay those bills.
All right, cue music, guys. Pollyann McIntosh, Walking Dead. Special thanks to all our homes, all our sponsors, Stitcher, Smart Radio, Spreaker. The world's listening. Are you? They want to know, so check them out at Spreaker.com, Planet Paranormal, Geeky Antics Network, Serious Geeks, Silly Fun, GeekyAntics.net, and Attentive Home Healthcare, AttentiveHHC.com, and the SWL Project. Give, share, everybody needs a little love. The SWLproject.org. From the Creative Zombie Studios, this has been another exclusive Shadow Nation interview. Don't go changing America. You know we won't. Demon Hunter. Because we love you. Night, guys.